Alright, welcome back. This is Silent Assailant, Sonic Map Tutorials. We're going to resume what we did with the last map that we worked on here in the first tutorial. And this time we're going to be making a room for the survivors to spawn in, as well as spawn positions for them and weapons and the essentials that you need for the survivors when they start. So what you're going to do is you're going to duplicate this wall to whatever size, or you can just keep it the same thing. Like if you select a brush or whatever, if depending on which one you do for this grid here, it'll keep the same height if you do it on this one. So we're going to keep it 8 thick, and we're actually going to make it go this way, but we're going to make it 256 long. Okay, like that. Put it over here, hit enter. Oh, that's skybox. We want brick. Okay, so we'll change the textures up later, but right now we're just trying to get everything done. Alright, duplicate it again, Control M, rotate it Z, and there's a small room for the survivors, but it'll do enough for spawns and such. You're gonna probably want a ceiling for it, so just make another brush, fill in the space here, and make it 8 thick. Bam. Okay, so now you got a ceiling. Next, we are going to make the survivors. So we're going to go to the little flashlight entity tool thing, and the default is info survivor position. I'm going to make 4. They're kind of randomly in spots. I'll put 2 on this side and then 2 on the other side, just that way there's not overcrowding issues. So rotate Z 180, and we will put 1 there and 1 there. Okay, so now you need to name each one, because so survivor name, this one will be Zoe. This tells which survivor will spawn where. This one will be Lewis. This one will be Bill. And this one will be Francis. Oops. Francis. There we go. Alright, so there's still one thing that's wrong. If you just were to run the map like this, first off, it wouldn't run because you need an info player start. So hit the entity tool again, and it will be info player start. And this can be anywhere on your map as long as it's not sticking into the floor. So we'll put it out here just because we don't want it to occupy space in our safe house. Just kind of put it up there, and that's all you got to do with that, really. The next thing you need is an info director. And not only does this tell where the survivors are going to spawn, but this also spawns your random zombies as well. So there's that info director. Just going to name it director. Going to hit apply, and there's that. There's one thing that we do have to tweak it with. I'm just going to raise it here so you can see it better. Go to outputs, add, and it's going to be on gameplay start. The director is going to force survivor positions, and then go ahead and copy and then paste it again and tell it to release survivor positions in this one with a delay of 1/100th of a second. This tells it to force the survivor positions, so they're automatically going to go in the right spot. And so that's it. Now the survivors will spawn in the right spot. Next thing we're going to want is a couple weapons. So you're going to hit the entity tool again, go to weapon underscore, and then this will put this has all the weapons in there: Molotov, pain pills, pistol, shotty. We're just going to put the basic stuff in there. Now with the weapon ammo spawn, choose the world monitor. You can really make it whatever you want. I'm just going to make it ammo. Just filter ammo and it should pull something up. Yep. Alright, There's the stacks of ammo, and there's a coffee can. I'm just going to give it the coffee can because that's usually what you start out with. Alright, so that's the ammo. The next thing you're going to want is the pistol, or not the pistol, the shotgun and the SMG. So pump shotgun spawn, apply. You can change the count of how many you can pick up before it disappears. I'm going to leave it at default 4, and you can enable physics and stuff where you can shoot it all fly around everywhere, but for now we will just rotate this 90 and then just rotate it 180 so it looks like that. And there's your shotgun. Gonna want an SMG as well, so SMG spawn, apply, and we'll put that one right here. Alright, so now you got your 2 spawns. Sometimes if you want to be careful snapping to grid, you can enable physics on the weapons, but I'm just gonna leave it basic for now. So there's an SMG, shoddy, the ammo node. Gonna want a light in here too, so we will put the light. Bam. Okay. It's kind of a small room, so we don't need it to be 200 here. Just gonna make it 50, and that's pretty much it for the light. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make a safe house door, so that way the survivors can leave. So I have a method of doing this, and I think it's better than anybody else's method because takes forever and it's very annoying. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a prop door rotating, which will be right there. There's that world model and checkpoint. Then you're gonna select checkpoint door 01.mdl. Doesn't really matter which one. You can do 1 or -1. It just depends on which way you rotate it or whatever. I think I should have to rotate that 270. Yep. And slide it into the spot here. You're going to have to snap it a little bit more precise to the grid this time. And you can even extend it so we don't have to worry about messing it up. But I'm going to put it on the floor. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to drag a brush the size of the safe house door, make it a little bit thicker because we're going to be carving, and put it about right there so it doesn't kill the hinges. Alright, so now you got that. All you got to do is Control, Shift, and C, or just right click and carve, and there's your safe house door now. I think it looks kind of cheesy right now. I'm actually going to extend this. Alright, now then you can just delete it, and there's your safe house door. Actually, this should be rotated that way, because when they're looking at the door or whatever. But yeah, so there's your safe house door. I've had the lecture of people telling you not to carve. As long as you're not carving into the skybox, there shouldn't be a reason why you can't carve. I've heard several people in their tutorials or whatever say don't carve, but it's okay, you can carve, just don't carve into the skybox. Like, you don't want to carve here, it'll give you leaks in your map. If you're making water, it won't render correctly, and all that stuff. You can make a frame for the door if you want to. I'm not going to. So that's pretty much it. This is your survivor spawn point. It's safe. The infected can't get in. This door's unbreakable. And that's pretty much it. In the next tutorial, we'll be making pretty much a safe house, and that'll be it for the basic tutorials. So go ahead and save it, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.